Ladies and gentlemen, football fans across the Empire State and beyond, picture this. It's the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium, the roar of Big Blue shaking the rafters, and the New York Giants are up by 10 against the Chicago Bears. The clock's ticking down. Victory feels oh so close, and then in a blink, it slips away like a fumbled snap in the rain. That's the gut-wrenching reality that led to the shocking mid-season firing of head coach Brian Daboll, and folks, it's got the entire NFC East buzzing. But amid the chaos, one question towers above the rest. Is Jackson Dart, the fresh-faced rookie sensation drafted 25th overall just this spring, still the beacon of hope for Giants football? Or has this turbulent 2025 season already dimmed his star? Buckle up, because tonight on Giant Central, we're diving deep into the drama, the stats, the soul of Big Blue, and why, despite the heartbreak, there's a spark of tomorrow shining brighter than ever. Let's start with the seismic shift that rocked East Rutherford last week. After that agonizing collapse against the Bears, with the Giants' defense, that vaunted unit anchored by Dexter Lawrence's wrecking ball presence, couldn't seal the deal. Ownership pulled the plug on Daboll. It was a move that felt as inevitable as an Eli Manning comeback drive, but no less painful. Daboll, who took over in 2022 with promises of rebuilding the storied franchise brick by gritty brick, leaves behind a 2-8 record that's as bitter as a winter wind off the Hudson. Remember, this is the same coach who turned heads with his innovative play calling, blending old-school power runs with modern misdirection. Yet, in a league where patience is thinner than a secondary in pass coverage, the front office said enough. Enter Mike Kafka, the offensive coordinator, who's been calling the shots on that side of the ball since 2022. Kafka steps up as interim head man, bringing his quarterback whisperer vibes. He coached under Andy Reid in Kansas City. After all, molding young arms like Patrick Mahomes into legends. And in a vote of confidence for continuity, General Manager Joe Schoen's sticking around to help shape the full coaching search. Schoen, the architect who traded away 3 future picks to snag Dart from Ole Miss, isn't going anywhere. It's a clear signal. This isn't a total teardown. It's a recalibration, with eyes firmly on 2026 and beyond. Now, let's zero in on the heart of the matter, Jackson Dart, the kid from Ole Miss. With that golden arm and legs that can turn a busted pocket into a highlight reel, entered the league with sky-high expectations. At 22 years old, make that 23 by draft time. He was the prize of a draft class loaded with signal callers. But the Giants saw in him the next chapter of their quarterback saga. Think about it. New York hasn't had a homegrown QB prospect this hype since forever. We had the imported heroes, Phil Simms, Jeff Hostetler, and of course, the immortal Eli Manning, traded in like a high-stakes poker chip from San Diego back in 2004. Eli, with his gap-toothed grin and ice-in-the-vein stare, delivered 2 Super Bowl gut punches to the undefeated Patriots dynasty in 2007 and 2011. Those were the glory days when Big Blue's defense, led by the likes of Michael Strahan and that disruptive force of nature, Lawrence Taylor, turned the impossible into Lombardi Trophy reality. LT, the Hall of Famer who sacked everyone from Joe Montana to his own regrets, embodied the Giants' hard-nosed identity, sacking QBs 132.5 times over his career, and earning the nickname Big Blue Wrecking Crew for a reason. Dart, he's got that same fire, that rebel swagger, but channeled through a modern lens. Pinpoint deep balls, improvisational scrambles, and a poise that screams franchise cornerstone. But let's talk brass tacks. Dart's rookie stat line through 7 games is the stuff of optimism wrapped in growing pains. He's slung for 1,427 passing yards and 10 touchdowns. Numbers that pop when you consider he's been sacked more times than a quarterback in a blitz-heavy division like the NFC East. Add in 317 rushing yards and 7 scores on ground. Yeah, you heard that right. 17 total TDs from a guy who moonlights as a running back. And you've got a dual-threat dynamo who's already outpacing Daniel Jones' early flashes. Remember DJ? The 2019 6th overall pick who brought mobility to a team desperate for spark, only to battle injuries and inconsistency like a gladiator in the Coliseum. Dart's learning those same lessons, especially on avoiding the big hit. He's taken some licks that'd make even LT wince. Yet here's the glow-up. in his last 3 outings before that concussion sidelined him. Turnovers dropped to just 1. A fumble on a Wildcat snap gone awry. That's growth, baby, according to Diana Rossini over at The Athletic, who's got her ear to ground in Giants HQ. There's zero chatter about benching or bench pressuring this kid. As for the job itself, it's going to be coveted, she writes. And the reason is simple: Jackson Dart. There are no doubts in New York. He is a quarterback of the future for Big Blue. Ownership and Schoen haven't huddled on the next coach's blueprint yet. But you can bet Dart's arm talent and that 3-pick trade-up are non-negotiables. As Dart himself might say, pulling from a fictional sideline chat I imagine unfolding post-practice, "Look, man, every hit teaches you something. I'm here to lead, to win for these fans who've bled blue since the Polo Grounds days." Speaking of history, let's take a quick stroll down memory lane to fuel that passion. The Giants aren't just a team. They're woven into the fabric of New York grit. Born in 1925 as the New York Football Giants, they kicked off at the Polo Grounds, that quirky horseshoe-shaped haven in Manhattan, where Babe Ruth once roamed, and where our boys in blue crushed the Bears 56-7 in the 1934 NFL Championship. Fast forward to the glory of the 50s sneak attacks, the heartbreak of the 60s expansion woes, and that magical 86 run with Bill Parcells turning LT into a one-man apocalypse. The move to Yankee Stadium in 75, then the Meadowlands in 84, now MetLife, that gleaming colossus share with the Jets, has been a love-hate affair, but it's home to the most rabid fan base this side of Philly. And don't get me started on the rivalries. Those sneering Eagles, with their midnight green menace and Jalen Hurts' elusiveness, always seem to fly south with our pride. Then the Cowboys, America's team? More like America's headache, Dallas and their star-spangled drama, where Dak Prescott heroics have stung us one too many times. And the Commanders, formerly Redskins, rising from the ashes with that young gunslinger vibe. In the NFC East, it's not just football. It's blood feud, brother against brother, and Dart's got to navigate it like a cabbie in Times Square traffic. Statistically, Dart's carving his niche. Compare him to Eli's rookie year in 2004. Manning threw for 1,041 yards and just 1 TD before the bench, but he was raw, thrust into the fire. Dart's efficiency, a 62% completion rate. With those deep shots, think 20-plus yarders to rookies like Malik Neighbors, the LSU Lightning Bolt who's already snagged 45 catches for 650 yards and 5 scores. Neighbors, with his coffee bean hands and burner speed, is the perfect safety valve, stretching defenses thin so Dart can feast underneath. With 6 games left, playoffs are a long shot, maybe a 5% chance for the odds makers, but Dart's development could vault us into the top 10 draft conversation, snagging a blue-chip lineman to fortify that pocket. The off-season coaching carousel, it's prime time for Big Blue. Imagine landing a Sean Payton type, or even a rising star like Ben Johnson from Detroit, scheming up plays that unleash Dart's arm alongside Neighbors and that bruising backfield tandem of Devin Singletary and rookie Tyrone Tracy Jr. predictions? I say Dart finishes strong. 3,500 total yards, 25 TDs, and a couple wins to build momentum. The NFC's crown might slip to Philly again, but with this core, Lawrence anchoring D, Neighbors lighting it up, New York could be sniffing wild cards by 26. And hey, in a league where the Chiefs reload annually and the Lions roar louder each year, the Giants' hard reset feels like destiny setup. So, Giants faithful, as the snow starts dusting the turf at MetLife and the holiday lights flicker over the skyline, hold that blue flag high. We weathered firings before. The Parcells to Fassel pivot in '99 sparked a Super Bowl run, and this one's no different. Jackson Dart isn't just the QB of the future. He's the pulse of right now. Tune in Sunday as we host Commanders. Kickoff at 1 p.m. and who knows, a Dart dagger could ignite the fire. Follow Giant Central for every snap, every story, every step toward glory. This is New York football. Unbreakable, unrelenting, and always, always entertaining. I'm your host, channeling the spirit of Marv Albert's Yes. Until next time, stay passionate, stay blue. Go Giants.